Two brothers in an entire community are remembering one couple after they lost their lives in a house fire last week.
That couple, well, they were well-known faces in the community as they operated Larson Feed and Grocery in Fedora. Dakota News Now photojournalist Dave Houck takes a look inside the couple's store and hears from many in the community who are remembering their friends Dave and Paula.
Mom and Dad were really active in the Fedora community and the Artesian community. Mom grew up in Artesian, and then in the early 70s she and Dad moved back after they met when they were both teaching in Iowa. Shortly after that they bought the store, and since then they've just been doing all sorts of things around town. He's had the store since for over 50 years now. Dad volunteered with the fire department in town.
It was a really sad situation. The firemen got the call shortly before midnight on Tuesday evening, and when they got there, the house was filled with smoke, and the final result was it was a loss of two great people. They were really good for the community.
Took a while to settle in. It's been a difficult week. Dad didn't know what he'd do if he wasn't running the store. I know he'd talked about maybe retiring someday, but it meant a lot to him to be kind of the hub of the community. People stopping by for a candy bar and a conversation, picking up their mail, saying hello. People liked stopping by to say hi to Dave. He'd always say hi.
I learned a love of learning from her, and just always be in a book and always be there. Mom would, work with me, with school and learning, and I remember doing piano lessons with her. In fact, she would have to pay me to take piano lessons. The store that my parents ran for so many years, it's aisles that me and my siblings, this is where we grew up. We'd come over and spend the day with Dad over here, helping out around, stocking shelves, mopping the floors.
I don't even know what to say anymore. I used to get shocked by that freezer all the time.
We would go roller skating around on these floors, with the old metal roller skates that you have to.
What would Mom say?
Secure to your shoes.
The things I learned from Mom and Dad are to show up for the people around you, to let people be who they are. A lot of memories stored in this place.
Quite the collection.
Yeah, Fedora beat Artesian in the last one.
Mom and Dad would always show up. I can remember so many times, whether it be a football game, basketball game, they would drive 3 or 4 hours for a track meet, always being there. My dad was part of the chain gang for the football games at the high school, and just always right there, never a doubt.
He also had an opportunity to have a contract post officer when they decided to close the postal system. And so we always had a good comment that basically said he had the best post office in South Dakota because he was open 6 days a week from 7:30 to 5:30.
Dad did a lot of stuff with the church. Mom did church education. They were both in the choir.
She was also currently actively on our council. She was a piano player. She traded off with another person in the congregation, and so she was one of our two pianists or organists, either one.
We loved them and they loved us, and they were good people, and I miss them so much.
The loss was absolutely huge for us there. My wife and I have known those two since 1973, so we have been friends for about 52 years, so it's quite a loss for everybody.
They have a place up above, don't they, now?
They certainly do. Yep, there's no question about that. Good servants, they just were.
Journalist Dave Houck with that story for us tonight. The funerals for both Dave and Paula will be at the church in Fedora on August 2nd.